When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. When you've got worries, all the noise and the hurry seems to help, I know. Downtown, just listen to the music of the traffic in the city. Linger on the sidewalk where the neon signs are pretty. How can you lose? The lights are much brighter there. You can forget all your troubles, forget all your cares. So go downtown. Things will be great when you're downtown. No finer place for sure. Downtown, everything's waiting for you.
And we are halfway through this election campaign, and in any election, there are, 3 or 4 seats which are going to make all the difference to the final outcome of the result. And the Vale of Glamorgan is one of them. It is absolutely essential that we hold the Vale of Glamorgan, and absolutely essential as well that we win Cardiff North. And that's why it gives me great pleasure that Julie, as the candidate for Cardiff North, is here as well. And there are similar seats to the Vale of Glamorgan and Cardiff North in North Wales, which, if we can take those, that means that there is a good prospect of Labour forming a majority administration in Wales for the next 5 years. So it is a huge prize, but it does depend on a small number of votes in a small number of constituencies. So it's like this sort of butterfly wing, when a butterfly beats its wing, if you believe in chaos theory, somewhere on the top of the Andes in South America, it can change the weather patterns of the world for the next 10 years. Now the same applies to a small number of voters in the Vale of Glamorgan and Cardiff North and Vale of Clwyd and 1 or 2 other seats in North Wales as well. If we can get those small number of votes in a small number of seats, then we get a majority government. And I think that is very important for Wales to have a clear majority government for the critical next 5 years. And that all depends really on what happens in the next 2.5 weeks of campaigning. Now we've had about 2 weeks of campaigning and we're almost at the halfway stage. It is pretty hard work being out there campaigning, but on the other hand we also have quite a lot of fun. And that fun comes from the fellowship that we have seen in absolutely ample quantities tonight here in the Vale of Glamorgan. And one of the reasons for that is, of course, you have a very, very highly esteemed and popular and wonderful candidate in Jane Hutt. And I say this because I have known Jane for quite a long time. And obviously she was a wonderful colleague of mine in the cabinet, in the Assembly government from the start, from 1999, but she's been a member of the cabinet for 12 years now, and she has given unstinting service, not just to the constituency, but to the whole of Wales, as the Minister for Health and the Minister for Education, and more recently Business and Finance as well. And she's a fantastically diligent minister, but also an incredibly diligent and active and popular, and there never will be a better Assembly member or Member of Parliament in the Vale of Glamorgan than Jane Hutt. She is everywhere, she's seen everywhere, she never misses any engagements anywhere in the Vale of Glamorgan, and she just works her socks off for this constituency. And that's why it's very important that when we see the results coming up in the early hours of May the 6th, what we're looking for is to see those magic words: Vale of Glamorgan, Labour hold; Cardiff North, Labour gain. And that is going to make all the difference. So I think we've had a wonderful evening here tonight, and I'm really pleased that we've had such a great turnout. But really, it's a kind of welcome sort of break in the middle of the campaigning for all of us. And really, we've got to push on now, right through till May the 5th. And we might have a little break off campaigning then at about 9:30 on the night of May the 5th and put our feet up for the last half an hour, and then the polls will close, and then we'll see the results of our great efforts, including the great fundraising efforts and the great enjoyment efforts that everybody has had out of tonight. So with my deep thanks to all of you for coming along tonight. My deep thanks to all of those who've helped to organise tonight. And really off again tomorrow morning, more hard work, and then we hope final victory in 2.5 weeks' time. Thank you very much for listening to me tonight. Thank you.